was crowned king at 13 with a disease that was already killing him. Doctors said he wouldn't live long enough to rule. His enemies were certain he wouldn't survive his first war, but they were wrong. While his body slowly fell apart, his mind became sharper and his will unbreakable. Surrounded by enemies, betrayed by allies, and facing the greatest military leader of his time, this dying boy would rise, ride into battle, and change the fate of Jerusalem forever. This is the true story of Baldwin IV.
This is the true story of one of the most tragic and courageous kings in medieval history, a ruler who governed while his body was slowly dying. His name was Baldwin IV, King of Jerusalem. Baldwin was born in the year 1161 into a fragile kingdom surrounded by enemies. At that time, Jerusalem was a Christian kingdom deep inside Muslim lands and constantly under threat, especially from one powerful leader whose name would become legendary, Saladin. From a very young age, something unusual was noticed about Baldwin. During his education, his tutor would pinch the arms of the boys to test their reactions, but Baldwin never responded. He felt no pain at all. Doctors soon confirmed the terrifying truth. Baldwin had leprosy, a disease feared above all others in the Middle Ages, slow, disfiguring, and always fatal. Despite this, fate placed an unimaginable burden on his shoulders. At only 13 years old, Baldwin became king of Jerusalem. A child king already carrying a death sentence within his own body. Many believed he would be weak and easily controlled, but they were wrong. As Baldwin grew older, the disease continued to spread. His hands slowly lost feeling, his face began to change, and his body weakened day after day, yet his mind became sharper and his determination stronger. Against all expectations, Baldwin refused to rule from behind walls. He chose to lead his armies himself, even as his condition worsened. He mounted his horse, held his sword, and rode into battle while knowing his time was limited. In the year 1177, Saladin launched a massive invasion against Jerusalem. Baldwin was only 16 years old, sick, outnumbered, and expected to lose. But near the plains of Montijard, the impossible happened. Baldwin led a much smaller force and achieved one of the most shocking victories of the Crusades, crushing Saladin's army and forcing it to retreat. A dying teenage king had defeated the most feared general of the age, and Baldwin became a legend across the region. However, legends still suffer, and Baldwin's disease continued its slow destruction. As the years passed, he lost the use of his hands and could no longer walk. He was often carried on a litter or supported by others, yet he continued to rule with intelligence and discipline. From his throne, he faced betrayal, political conspiracies, and nobles who waited patiently for his death so they could seize power. He knew his time was short, and he knew Jerusalem would face chaos without him. Baldwin worked tirelessly to secure the future of the kingdom by arranging alliances, choosing successors, and trying to keep dangerous men away from power. But illness weakened his control. By his early 20s, Baldwin had become blind, his body was covered in wounds, and he could no longer stand on his own. Yet those who met him said his voice remained calm and his mind remained clear. In the year 1185, Baldwin IV died at just 24 years old, a king who never knew health and a ruler who never experienced peace. Only a few years after his death, Jerusalem fell to Saladin. Many historians believe that if Baldwin had lived longer, the city might never have fallen. Today, Baldwin IV is remembered not for his disease, but for his courage, a king who ruled without feeling physical pain, except for one final pain, the knowledge that his kingdom would not survive him.
If this story keeps you watching, support the channel with a like and subscribe for more true stories.